A backyard shed is a great place to store tools, outdoor furniture, and seasonal items like bikes and sports equipment. You could buy a pre-built shed or assemble one from a kit, but building a shed from scratch will allow you to customize the size and style to your exact needs. There are many different building plans available online, and they usually come with a list of tools and materials you'll need and detailed step-by-step instructions. For this project, the homeowner needs a tall shed with a window and double doors that are wide enough for a riding lawnmower. The design also includes a ramp for easy access. Many sheds don't require a permit, but you should always check with your local building department, especially if you're building a large shed or you're going to run power to it. Every shed needs a firm and level base. For this installation, we're using 2-inch thick concrete pavers to support each corner.
Add one block to it.
If one corner is a little too low, just add compacted fill or add pavers to make it level with the other corners. Using 2x8 pressure-treated lumber, build a rectangular frame and make sure all the corners are square by comparing the diagonal measurements. Attach the joists and then secure each one with a joist hanger. Install exterior grade plywood over the platform and nail it in place with galvanized nails. Following the building plans, carefully cut and lay out the studs, plates, and rafters for one of the gable walls. Nail everything together with framing nails and stand the wall up along the edge of the flooring. Brace it temporarily to ensure that it stays plumb and nail the plate into the floor platform. Repeat the process for the opposite gable wall. Frame out the back wall, stand it up, and secure it to the floor and the 2 gable walls. The final wall includes rough openings for a window and a door, so be sure to follow the plans carefully when laying out for jack studs and headers. Stand up the front wall, securing it to the adjacent walls and the floor. Then install a top plate across each of the walls. Install the ridge board and mark the location for each of the roof rafters. Cut the rafters and install them by toe nailing them into the top plates and the ridge. Install the plywood roof sheathing and nail it in place. We're going to use T111 plywood as both the wall sheathing and the exterior siding for the shed. Nail the panels into place, completely covering the openings for the door and window. Use a reciprocating saw to cut through and remove the 2x4 bottom plate inside the door opening. And then use the framing for the rough openings to guide the saw to cut the openings for the door and window. Next, measure and cut the panels and attach them to the gable ends. Install the rake boards, fascia, and soffit. And then to complete the roof, apply felt paper underlayment, drip edge along the eave and gable ends, and finally the asphalt shingles. The doors consist of a 2x4 frame that's covered with the siding we removed earlier. To improve the appearance of the shed, we added 1x4 trim around the opening of the doors and window. It's a good idea to add ventilation to your shed. The airflow will reduce the chance of metal rusting, and it can help regulate the temperature inside. We added a louvered vent to each gable wall, securing it with caulking. And last but not least, we added lattice around the bottom to keep animals out and installed the ramp. Remember, your new shed can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be, and by building it yourself, it's a great way to get exactly what you want.